Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage doing the lockdown special, the comedian formerly and informally known as Prins! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for not coming out. Thank you for not coming out. I see you. I don't see you, sir. Thank you for not coming out. Welcome. I am the comedian formerly and informally known as Prins, and this is a show called The Lockdown. COVID-19 het die hele land stressed out. But there's one thing I like about COVID-19. Just one thing, in that it has answered questions that we have always asked. One of those questions is, what are the social rules? Like, what are the social rules when you're in conversation with someone and a piece of spit trajects from their mouth and lands on your cheek? What are the social rules in the, not even lands on your cheek? Have you ever had a piece of spit land too close to your eye and you have to do the blink? Have you ever done the blink? Because now you have to act like you don't know that this happened. What are the social rules? Do I tell the person? It's awkward to tell them. It's awkward to stop them midway through the sentence. Like, hey, hold on, my brother, hold on. I know you're telling me about your grandmother passing away, but pause. You can't be spitting on my face. It said that in the Bible, in Revelations. Thou shalt say it, not spray it. It says that. What are the social rules? Like, do I ignore it? Can I ignore it? Because I don't know if you've ever tried to ignore a piece of spit on your face before, but after a while it feels like it starts fermenting. You know, it feels like it starts populating and growing its own community on your face. Eventually, you can't ignore it any further. You have to wipe it off, but you have to distract the person. It's like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No! It spit off my face, though. What are the social rules? And COVID-19, the one thing it's done, it's taught us to not mess with spit in a man's immediate vicinity. If you are 1 meter away from me and a piece of spit comes from your mouth, I'm treating that like the Matrix, moving past and then hitting you with a Mike Tyson back into quarantine. That's exactly what it is. The nice thing about COVID-19 is it's taught us a couple of new words. Yeah, we know some big words now. Big words. People are saying words like pandemic, directives, social distancing, self-isolation. My favorite word is quarantine. Quarantines. And I know there's a lot of people in here, never mind the fact that there's no people in here, but there's a lot of people out there who act like they've always known what quarantine means. They've always, I've always known what quarantine means. Lies, you never know what quarantine. I knew you in creche. Definitely in creche, you thought quarantine was a number. How many of you thought quarantine was a number? I can see a guy counting 16, 17, 18, quarantine, 20, quarantine 20. People are like, what happened to 19? It's like, no, 19 is in quarantine. Do you get it, sir? You don't. You can't all get these things. You really can't. Quarantine 20. You know what? It's during times like these that you look around you and you see that other people have been right all along. Yeah? This is what we need to do as South Africa. We need to learn from each other. You know, our different cultures, our different religions. Don't laugh at each other. Learn from each other. Like, for instance, Muslim women have been protecting themselves for years now. We've been laughing because they wear the full parda outfit, which covers the nose and covers the mouth. We've been laughing at them, talking about, ooh, look at Sub-Zero and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Fun times. But look now, during these times, pretty helpful, if you must say, right? Because if a piece of spit were to traject towards a Muslim lady's face, she is fully covered. Matter of fact, if she's wearing glasses, she's like on a total, complete, the purge kind of lockdown, if you know what I'm saying. So learn from each other, no? Muslim people have another thing, the martial art of stinja. Have you ever learned about the martial art of stinja? Here we are running around buying toilet paper sold out. Every Muslim person will tell you 2-ply for who, as Trevor Noah said. 2-ply for who? Stinja is the way forward. Learn from each other, South Africa, during times like these, right? All those times we've been blaming white people for wanting their social distancing space. But why don't white people want us close to them if they want the 1 meter radius? They've been right all along. Do you know what I'm saying? Black people, social distancing, big problem. Once again, now we learn hygiene. South Africans, look at each other and learn. COVID-19, it's bad, but we're learning something. Necessity, the mother, father, uncle, brother of invention. Interesting times. Like nowadays, you can't even do handshakes anymore. Handshakes, and we know in Africa, we love our handshake. Yeah, maposa, chovicho, handshakes. Now people are sneaky with handshakes. Like they'll shake your hand and act like, yeah, everything's fine, everything's cool. And the moment you turn your back, a mini bottle of hand sanitizer, like you're wiping it off. Now you turn back like, hey, this guy is trying to kill me with his love and companionship. Handshakes are out. Hugs are out. Come to think about it, even blowing kisses is out. Like the other day, I was standing across a crowded room from my girlfriend. I tried to blow her a kiss. As I blow the kiss, the kiss left my mouth. As it traveled through the room, I could literally see the audience part like it was the Red Sea and I was Moses back in Egyptian times. People moving out the way like it's the Matrix. Oh, to the right. Oh, to the left. Even my girlfriend saw the kiss coming. She got nervous. She didn't know what to do. She stuck her cheek out in hesitancy. It landed even on the bony part of the chin. I'm like, that's not even where it's supposed to land in the first place. It's just a kiss. It's just a kiss. Or is it just a kiss? You know what? This is not time for the blame game. This is no time for the blame game. No one's blaming anyone right about now. But I must say the rest of the world are like, I don't understand why the rest of the world always send their viruses out into the world to go and explore and experiment. Go virus. Go find yourself. I don't like that. Because in Africa, we keep our viruses to ourselves. We have a ton of viruses in Africa, but we call them African viruses. They stay here. TB, that's us. Malaria, that's us. AIDS, that's our number one. We love that one. Do you know what I'm saying? That's our viruses. Like for you to get our virus, you literally have to come here and be completely ignorant and foolish just to get it. Like you have to literally sleep open while mosquitoes are in your room biting you and you're like, hey dude, cover up, use some tabard. And you're like, no, I want a truly African experience. Now you're going home with malaria. You did that, not us. So I'm just saying, in not so many words, rest of the world, maybe keep your viruses to yourself. Put your viruses on lockdown. Yeah. And believe it or not, I actually saw the other day, they say that the thing that's traveling faster than this disease is the stigma and the misinformation that comes with the disease. People think that they can handle this disease on their own terms. And I know this because I recently went home and colored people are... Here's the thing with colored people. I love them because they're brave, you know. I love them because they're strong. But colored people aren't scared of anything. There's colored people out there like, I'm not even scared of COVID-19. You can bring COVID-19 right now. I'll lure COVID-19 myself. Bring COVID-19 right now. Until you get COVID-19 and it hits you. Now you're there crying, no man, COVID-19, you must pick on someone your own size. Ek gaan nou jou patier bring for you. I'm gonna get someone your own size. Wait here, let me bring AIDS for you. AIDS, come. Yeah, all I'm saying is, colored people, don't be that brave. Do what you gotta do. Wash those hands. Was hy hande? Is reg so. Yeah. It will make you appreciate our country in terms of our freedom. You know, we've got crazy freedoms in our country. Freedom of movement. No one's ever restricted your movement. Now, just leaving your house is like a extreme activity. It's a quest. It's a mission. It's a hunt for treasure. You know? You feel like you are Super Mario in the game Super Mario Brothers. You have to avoid all those little monsters and get the mushrooms at Woolworths. Bring the mushrooms home safely so the family can eat and they can grow. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's like a quest, like Jumanji. You have to complete the levels. You're out there. Every human being is a zombie. They're not really a zombie, but every human being is a potential zombie. You see them, you have to move away. When you move the house, it's like Pac-Man. It's like Pac-Man when you leave the house. The corner you take, you must make sure no one's coming around the other corners. You could avoid other zombies, the military, the police, other COVID members. Hectic out there. You gotta sneak home. Your family's waiting in anticipation. Did you get it? Did you get it? You take out the Woolworths avocado. Like, oh my God, you've done it. You've done it. Welcome back, my son. Father's there giving you a medal. We are very proud on your latest mission. Ragnar Lothbrok. I feel like Ragnar Lothbrok. That's what it feels like. It's scary. You stay inside your house in these times. Ghostly times. We will appreciate our freedoms in future, is all I'm saying. Yeah, self-isolation. Self-isolation. I don't actually mind self-isolation because I've got Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. People with data can never relate what having Wi-Fi is like. They can't relate. Like my house, it's like a sanctuary. Like everywhere I walk, like I get goosebumps because it's almost like you can feel the Wi-Fi in the room. Like as you walk, look at my hair stand up. I'm like, yo, this is just Wi-Fi. I feel this Wi-Fi all around me. It just feels like this royal presence. Like sometimes, like I just dance for no reason. I just dance in the living room, and people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, no, I'm dancing in the Wi-Fi. This is all movement. This is Wi-Fi. Blow a kiss. That's a Wi-Fi kiss. I'm playing. People with data can never. Like sometimes I just play with the Wi-Fi. I kick it like I treat it like a soccer ball. I'm like boom, la dooma, because I know that energy. This is Wi-Fi floating through the air. You know, I love the Wi-Fi. Sometimes I'm disrespectful. I pee on the Wi-Fi. I open the toilet. I'm peeing in the Wi-Fi. People with data like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry. It's Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi. It comes back. It's the beauty of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi sometimes, like I put my TV on, I put my laptop on, I put my phone on, I put my tablet on. I don't watch any of it. It's just the power of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is so powerful, like it meets Corona at the door. Like as Corona approaches the door, Wi-Fi meets at the door. Corona can't come inside because you know why? 20 megabytes per second. Powerful. That's Samsung Wi-Fi. Corona is nothing but a Delilah in the world of Wi-Fi. I feel sorry for the people out there with data. Self-isolation will become expensive after a while. You're going to have to rely on that free WhatsApp and free Facebook is all I'm saying. Self-isolation, siyabangena.